Nino, what's going on, man?
What's up, T?
So chill.
Can't complain.
So tell us, who is Neno Green?
It's a long story, man. You got time?
I got time.
So my real name is Jonathan. Neno Green comes from when I used to rap when I was younger. I started a record label for my boy who was rapping at the time. He just needed like an outlet to like, express himself with his music. And I was like, I love music. I wasn't rapping at the time. I said, let me start something for my boy, get him some studio time and whatnot. So that as I'm in the studio with him and stuff like that, he's rapping and I'm like, you know what, maybe I should rap too. Let's try it. So I did it. So back then, there was a bunch of Jonathans all throughout school. So they used to call me by my last name, which is Gonzalez, which is G. So they used to call me G all the time. So my friend who used to rap, he was like, I'm not gonna call you G, because that's like G Money from New Jack City. So he was like, I'm not gonna call you that because you're the boss of this. I'm gonna call you Nino. So that's where Nino came from. So I didn't want it to be exactly like Nino Brown, so I switched it because at the end of the day, he told I ain't no snitch. I don't tell on nobody, I don't believe in stuff like that. But that's a different story too. So I switched it, so it's almost the same name, but not really. But it just stands for like me being in charge of anything I'm into, kind of thing. So that's where that comes from.
You crying out for me.
In school, at a young age, I want to say, so I'm gonna bring the story pre-dad and then after dad. So my dad died when I was 14. So I'm gonna bring it pre-dad, so like before he died. So at a young age, I was a good kid. I grew up in the Bronx, 231st White Plains Road between White Plains and Carpenter. I was a good kid, but I was the class clown. I would do a lot of stuff to get myself in trouble. Smart kid as well. I was always top of my class and everything. Do good on grades, but I just used to love to talk, love to be. I was always a man of the people. So I just wanted to entertain everybody at all times. So before, like when I set up rapping and stuff like that, there was a window in my life where I didn't really care about being here. I didn't really care if I was like 6 feet. I wanted to be with my dad. Like he was my best friend in the whole wide world. Still is to this day. So when that happened, I went into a dark place. I started being in the streets a lot. Did a lot of illegal activities. I don't know if, it might be a statute of limitation now. I've done all those when I was younger. So if the police are watching this, you can't get me no more. That's a long time. From like 14 to like 18, I want to say like before my daughter was born, I was doing a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have younger, but I didn't really care about consequences because I just wanted my dad back and nothing else mattered. So I was doing what I needed to do, and I felt like it made me become a man before I needed to become a man too. So from that gap of him passing to me having my daughter, it was crazy. But then my daughter being born, that's like literally saved my life. Like I left the streets, I got my first good job, I was making great money, and I just know what I wanted. Like as soon as I had my daughter, I knew I wanted to be like my dad. And being in the streets is not gonna make me be like him, because he did everything for me and my siblings. So I have an older sister. Me and her have the same mom and dad, and then I have 2 younger brothers from my dad, and then 1 younger brother from my mom as well. But my dad made sure like we was taken care of with everything. Like he showed me what a father should be, like the ideal father should be. Like he showed that immensely, and then I just wanted to like be exactly like him when it comes to being a father. So as soon as that happened, my daughter was born when I was 19. Then I started rapping and stuff like that because I actually had money from what I was doing before and then from my new job. So I was putting it into music now and getting away from where I was. First things first, my dad and my mom broke up, so they weren't always together when I was young. So he would only have us on the weekends. He never missed one weekend ever to pick us up. If he had the opportunity to pick us up during the week, he would be there as well. I'm spoiled as hell when it came to my dad. Like he spoiled me. This is why I treat my kids the way they are too. Like everyone who knows me, they see my kids, they see their outfits, they see how I spend a lot of my money. Like everything that I have goes to my kids. So there was this one time, the Jordan 14s came out, I believe. The first ones that came out were the black and with like the silver inside here, right? So he got those for himself. I go with him to the store But at the time we go, it was like 2 weeks later from when the black ones came out. So now the white and the Carolina blue ones come out. So, you know, I'm in school. I want to have the newest. I don't want to have the others. So we go to the store and he wants to buy me the sneakers that he has so we could look like twins. And me, I was being a little brat kid. I said, nope, crying in the store and everything. Like, no, I want the newest ones. Because when I go to school, everybody going to be like, oh, he got the newest ones. So he was just that type of dad. He bought me the newest ones. He was like, he was mad at me. He's like, oh, you a little. A crazy memory, like a bad memory that I remember, these guys were trying to rob my dad because he had jewelry on. My dad used to get money. He was one of those get money guys. He had a lot of jewelry on, chains on and stuff like that. I guess this was a lesson. Like, it just taught me, like, you can't win them all. They tried to rob my dad. He didn't want to give it up, but then he looked at me and I guess my sister too. I'm trying to remember my sister. He looked at us and then he just like, you know what, let me just take this L because my kids are here. Like, this is what they're seeing this. Like, if I do something outrageous, they could lose me, I could lose them. Who knows where this could escalate, right? So he took the L, they snatched one of his chains. They didn't take all his jewelry, one of them, and ran off the train. But it just taught me, like, you don't always have to win everything, like, you know? Because later on in life, that happened to me too. Me and my boys, we came from the movies. We spent a lot of money. This is in my dark days though, after my dad. We were spending a lot of money. We came from the movies. We had the NBA jackets on with the patches and all that. We walking down a block in our neighborhood, not knowing anything. We walk down, 3 guys come out of nowhere, weapons in our face. Like, I've never been like I told you, I've never been scared. I've never been no sucker, like none of that. So I'm thinking like, my daughter wasn't born yet either and I didn't care. So, but I'm just thinking like, yo, my dad taught me this lesson. Like, I'm gonna take this L, but I'm gonna get this back somehow. So it happened. They took our stuff. A few days later, I got my retaliation back, or whatever. A little later on in life, that showed me like my dad, like I really wanted to be like him. Later on, when I was about, this is probably like 2 years before he died, I want to say I was like 12. A guy was in front of my grandmother's building, like just pissing right in the street. And my grandmother's outside, like there's ladies outside. So my dad was like, yo, what's wrong? You don't see women here? That's disrespectful. All you hear is like mad commotion. Like, once my dad, it's like they all was trying to like come out. My uncle was there. So my dad, after my dad said it, and the guy was like, oh, I don't give a my dad just boom. You just see like that dude fall, his friends come out, my dad, boom, boom, they fall. This is when I thought my dad was a superhero, nothing could ever happen to him. Like, I literally watched him knock out like 4 dudes. Those are the moments it just showed me, is like, he could have probably done that when he was getting the chain snatched, but he thought about me first instead of himself, you know? So it just life lessons like that shows me like the growth of in a man or in anyone in general. Like, it just shows you life situations and how you handle them and how not to handle them maybe. There was one time, me and my cousin who lives in Florida, we did a rap battle with each other versus each other. We had a little beef. It was just fun. Like, it made me like just venture out. It made me bring out a personality in myself that needed to be out after being in that dark place, you know? I'm the type of person, like, if you was my friend at 8 and you was to see me when I'm 50, we could act like we were still 8. Like, that's the type of person I've always been. So the Bronx, I used to be on one of the most dangerous blocks there is. Those who know. Like, so I've been around danger a lot in my life, but it just makes you who you are, you know? You become a product of your environment, like they say, you know? So, but I like to think that I was born in that for a reason, because now where I'm at today, I'm in circles with people that never even seen that. And I'm comfortable being with them, or I'm comfortable being with them. So there's no place on earth I'm not comfortable being in. You know, I could be in a place that is begging for $1 just to survive, or I could be in a spot with billionaires that need to have a conversation with me, and I could thrive in both scenarios. I have 3 kids. Jada's my daughter, the oldest. She plays ball. She's very good in basketball. I used to call her my twin because I felt like she was just in my pocket growing up. Now she's too cool, you know, she's old. I don't know if basketball is what she's gonna continue to want to do and stuff like that. She's becoming her own woman now, you know, which I get, you know, and I fought that for a little bit, but I understand, you know, she gotta be her own person. God has blessed me with great kids. All my kids are great kids. She does good in school. She don't like to be outside when it's dark. My oldest son, Jais, he's 12 years old. He probably is my twin. He probably looks the most like me, like he is. And he's very talented, very smart. He's probably the smartest kid I know, to be honest. I don't want to be biased, but he's like super intelligent. He's in honors class all the time. His teachers rave about how smart he is. He could draw. He's very talented in drawing, and he wants to be most likely he wants to be a YouTuber too, or a gamer and stuff like that. So those are his aspirations. A great kid too. My youngest, who I still treat like a baby, he's my baby. Like I miss the baby stages of kids and stuff like that. His name is Jackson. He'll be 8 in September. He's just a kid with a lot of energy, very happy kid, super smile. He just wants to have fun all day. So he's like the fun side of me. He just literally wants to have fun all day. He wants to go here to have fun, here to have fun, here to have fun. You know, and that's what I love about him. He's such a good kid. He's very loving too. Like, he still wants to sleep in the bed with the parents and stuff like that, hug, cuddle, all that. He's still super, very caring, great kid. My relationship with my kids, everyone knows, like, they are my rock. They why I do what I do, you know. They're spoiled. I make sure, I do my best. I can't say I make sure. I do my best to make sure my kids don't want for nothing. So if they do want for something, they can get it. Obviously, there's lessons to learn. I can't just give them everything, because then they're not gonna understand what it is to actually work for something, you know? But with that being said, if they cry enough, I might get it still. And so whatever they want and needs, they could have it if they ask Dad, you know? And if they can't have it in the moment, they know I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure to get it for them, so. One side is my dad. The other one is my kids. And I didn't break this news to anyone really, because it was a bit tough. At the moment, only a few know, like those in my like inner circle. So also with my kids is my dog Jet that I recently purchased. Unfortunately, he passed away tragically not too long ago. So it just like was rough because it happened like in front of my kids too. I didn't really tell anybody. I didn't want to feel like no remorse from anybody, because I don't know, I just feel like sometimes in life people reach out when they feel like you weak or you at your worst and stuff like that. And sometimes I don't want that. Like, I want you to just reach out just to see what's up, you know? Football saves me, I swear to God. My kids and football saves me. Football is just an outlet where I could just not think about anything, and I could just be me and be happy. I started late in flag. Shout out to my friends, my boy Bai, my boy Matt, Blizzy, Styles. Like, those are my guys. They see me still a little bit in the streets, and they kept telling me, yo, come play football with us, come play football with us. Like, F all this other stuff, come play football with us. And I'm like, nah, I can't. I gotta get this money. I'm about to have a kid. I can't do that. I can't take away from my money. But then eventually my daughter was born, and then eventually I was like, you know what? Let me go hang out with my friends, see what this flag stuff is about. First time I went, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, it was one of the most fun experiences I ever had in my life. And they knew I played football for a long time, and I was pretty good at it in my young age, you know? So that's why they really wanted to bring me, because they know, like, yo, we know you good. And at the time, I was still fast. Basketball was my first love, to be honest. It's funny, when I was a kid, I only cared about basketball, right? My dad used to put me in everything, built a court for me, everything. Like, I used to just care about basketball. Until one time, like, we was by my grandmother's house, and we was like, yo, let's play football today. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to play football, let's play basketball. And everybody was like, nah, let's play football today. So we was like, all right. And then I seen like how the game was, and I was like, oh, this is actually fun. And I'm actually pretty good at it. And me, like, I'm just like one of those daredevils. So we used to play on concrete. They used to throw the ball, I used to dive, like no care for my body. Like, yo, you're crazy. Like, I just felt like I could catch every ball, you know? Like, that was my main goal. So then I started playing, and I was like, damn, this is fun. So then high school, I was like, you know what? Let me join my high school team. So then I just really focused on football, and I literally forgot about basketball. And then I just took football serious. But football just showed me a different, like, I don't know, I just fell in love with it a different way, and I was just like, this is like really, I'm having more fun playing football than I am playing basketball. With sobriety, so I used to drink a lot, a whole lot. Like, I feel like people think like if you're a belligerent drunk every day or majority of the days, that makes you an alcoholic. Nah, if you drink every day just to get like, even if it's a little buzz or something like that, that makes you an alcoholic too. It's up to the man above and my kids to judge who I am today, not who I was then, you know? But at the time, like, I was just like, damn, like, what the am I doing in my life? So I stopped drinking, and then slowly but surely when I stopped drinking, it's just like everything in life started getting better. I'm just excited for what's next because I know my mindset now is just undefeated. I may, if I'm going out, have a glass of wine, if that, nothing crazy. I don't care about alcohol. Alcohol does nothing for me anymore. First and foremost, So Loyal is the team that I made up with my boys. I have So Loyal like tatted all over me, like here, like all over. That was the record label that I made for my friend. Punishers, as you can see this leg tat, I don't know if you can see it from here. Punishers, they just showed me like what it is to be a family. Like, shout out to Thomas, Jared. They just really like showed me what to be like a family with football players. Like, I've met their kids, I've met their wives, like, you know, we've been around family. They met my kids, they met, you know, they know about me. They know about certain shit about me that a lot of people don't know about, you know, we speak about, you know, they just showed me family. So Punisher's a big family. The Rebels too, my boy Ty, like that was like my first rivalry. But like recently we started hanging out with each other, like during COVID, we found out that our birthdays is the same exact day, which is dope too. So it's like, it just shows you like Flag could take you different places. Like I said, So Loyal, I started with my boys, my friends. Then Punishers, they taught me what family was. And then even with a rivalry, it tells you like, even with your rivals, they don't have to be your rivals at all times, you know? Because I ended up playing for the Rebels as well. Like I played with my boy Ty, like he become one of my closest friends as well. So football is just, it takes you so many places, which is so dope. That's what I love about it. So when I visit my dad these days, to be honest, he's been gone for 21 years now, going on 22 years. So these days, this current moment, it's special occasions and moments when I feel like I just need to speak to him. Like I just need to speak without no one like really talking back. And I just feel like he needs to like hear certain things that I'm saying. And then I know things will get better because he's taking it in. I don't know, it's just the way I think. When things are going wrong or a little rough, I feel like I need to go check in with him. That probably means like I haven't seen him in a long time. I need to go check in like, hey, come see me. Things aren't going right. You need to come see me so you could get right again. Obviously, I still get emotional. He was my best friend. It still hurts like if it was yesterday. Like that pain, it'll never go away, but you just learn how to like deal with it more. You know, you just learn how to not let it affect you as much. And then you just try to like see the better in things always. So like I said, like anything that happens good to me is either God or him. There's only two people. I have a tattoo of his lion here. He's just with me at all times, whether physically, spiritually, even if it's in sports. Like when I score a touchdown, you see me, I celebrate and I go up because I feel like he's guided me to be great. To be honest, the only one thing I would want right now, the most, it wouldn't even be a conversation. It's just for him to meet my kids. I already know the type of dad he was, so I could imagine the type of grandfather he'd be. So it was just for him to meet my kids. That's it, that moment right there, I could die happy, for real. What I say to the people, when you feel like you're down at your worst, there's someone looking to you that needs you to push themselves forward. but they can't because they see you not pushing forward. So push forward, because there's someone watching you that needs you. You feel me? So there's someone I know that needs me. There's someone that needs you. So at the end of the day, when you're going through the worst, you can't think about the worst that's happening. You got to think at the end of the tunnel, like there's something better that's going to happen. And not only that, when it does happen, there's someone that was watching me that needed to see me overcome that so they can overcome whatever they're going through, you know? So at the end of the day, you just got to be selfless, man. Don't only think about yourself, think about the world around you and push forward, because the world around you needs you to push forward. You feel me? That's it. You got me crying and all that. Sheesh. That was rough.